It's about that time again. It's about that time again. What is up? If you're watching this, that means you got another day. Guys, a couple weeks ago, if you follow me on Instagram, you saw that I met two very interesting guys in a car shop in Los Angeles while I was sitting in traffic. I noticed this car, well, a Mustang, that I didn't quite recognize sitting in the showroom, so I did a U-turn and went back and checked it out. And well, now we're at the factory where that thing was built. It is known as the Revenge Mustang, and we are here at the PEREGRINE factory where they build Revenge Mustangs, and they're quite literally putting them together behind me. I'm gonna walk you guys around and show you what goes on behind the scenes for this honestly supercar level Mustang, and tell you guys why these things are special, what they're doing here, and we might go for a cruise in one. So we got the DM slider all parked up, and I'm sorry, Roush, but you are not the Dom today, because you are looking at two 800 plus horsepower Mustangs, complete with Whipple superchargers and a whole mess of other upgrades. We've got Alex and Armen here. These are the two guys that are behind, I don't even know what you call it. I think we called it a supercar. I'm gonna consider it a supercar. The numbers this thing puts out is ridiculous. The amount of details that were taken into account, from spacing out the wheels to the tire size, the carbon wing, the entire body, in fact, is carbon fiber, makes this thing a work of art. And we're gonna go into every little detail for you guys. Can we start under the hood?
Yeah, for sure.
Which, by the way, the guys at the shop that I was at had the hardest time in the world figuring out how to pop it. So right off the bat, you guys, they've got a Whipple supercharger almost as big as the whole engine block in my Mustang. This is 3 liters on top of a 5.0 Coyote engine, right? It's similar to Roush and Shelby. We can take a Mustang and basically deliver it to these two guys, and then they make it even more awesome. This massive cold air intake, which is ironic considering I pulled over for mine like 3 days ago.
A lot of the stuff, like this isn't through the company. Thanks.
Is this California compliant? Great answer. We're just gonna say, hopefully if you get pulled over by the cops, you can outrun them, because this thing sucks mad air. We've got an ECU and a transmission tune, long tube headers, and custom exhaust. We've got 4 pipes here. There's 1 on each side, which comes stock with the Mustang, and then there's 2 in the center. 2 in the center always run, and then you got active exhaust on the outside. So you can go basically straight piped and make this thing super loud if you want to, or you can make it super quiet if you have neighbors that get annoyed by cars that are cooler than theirs. Saw the wing that kind of looked like something that belonged on a Senna. You guys were kind of inspired by the design where the brace kind of wraps around on the top. 5 of these in existence
Completed
right now. They're available to whoever's ready to buy them first. Tires on the back end, 345s, which completely destroys most Ferrari tire sizes, most Lamborghini tire sizes. Even a Porsche GT2 RS does not have a tire as beefy as a 345. I think we decided that only the Bugatti is one of the cars that comes with a tire size from the factory that wide. Is that over a foot, you think? From the PEREGRINE factory, it'll run you around, you said 180,000. Also have the option of bringing them your own S550 body and having them put the PEREGRINE stamp on it to make it the supercar that this thing is. We've got custom made forged line aluminum wheels to shave off weight, in addition to the 300 pounds you just dropped by making the whole body carbon fiber. A custom made and designed in Italy 6-piston Brembo caliper. You can stop when you're cooking down the street at God knows how fast with all these horses shoved underneath the hood. This thing literally runs on Jack Daniels and tears of George Washington, and it could absolutely slap any British automobile. And I don't care if you drive a McLaren, this thing will show you the taillights at the line every time. 570S, 675 LT, and I'd say even a P1 doesn't look this good. So yeah, you can get your name embossed on the seat, any kind of stitching. You said what on the door? Oh, look at that. prototype number 1. And speaking of winning, there's a lot of talk in the automotive industry right now about electric cars, which are basically the bane of my existence because they're quickly pushing out an industry that I have fallen in love with. With cars like the Mach-E Mustang, if you even count that a Mustang, it's good to see things like this resurfacing because this is gonna take the spotlight from anything with an E in it. These two guys had to slap clay all over a Mustang and sculpt it out to the way they wanted it to look, and then have 3D scanned it and then had the carbon fiber parts made right here. Let's go inside really quick and find out what the behind the scenes of these things look like.
Our billet aluminum suspension parts. This is how we widen the front track instead of just putting spacers on the wheels or anything.
So they widen out the car with the body. I want you guys to see here how much wider it actually is. Technically it's 3 inches on the front and 6 on the back. Just look at how much this is sticking out. So you could just throw a spacer on that if you wanted to take shortcuts. And I really want to talk about the carbon fiber because I know that has all of your attention, and the way they do it is just gonna blow you guys away. To the carbon fiber room. It smells like a combination of the Apple Store and a stack of money in here. So this is what it looks like before it goes onto the car. We've got forged carbon and woven carbon fiber here. 2 different kinds. Whichever your heart desires, you can ask for it and they'll make the parts out of that. They were telling me the carbon comes in these rolls and they have to freeze it and thaw it like hamburgers basically so it doesn't go bad before they actually layer it into pieces and make it into car parts.
Once you start going like highway speed, the wing starts to push down into the trunk and the sheet metal was bending. So we had to reinforce the bottom inside of the trunk with carbon fiber.
You have to buy this by weight, right? And this is by square foot. Revenge GT. Okay, I think that covers the carbon fiber rim. This is the mold.
And then in here, underneath this material is the carbon fiber that's gonna be made, and it pops out of the mold. Basically what I'm hearing is this stuff seems a little far too advanced for the JDM community, so you're probably not gonna see parts of this quality on a GTR. It's molded and secret process cured. It looks like this. Start to glue pieces together over here, and then once it's done here, then it starts to go on to the cars over here. All right, we're gonna go take this thing for a spin and get the first ever footage of this even cranking the engine. Stoked that of all the vehicles to have some of the first access to, it's a supercar level Mustang. How appropriate. Spout dad time again. Woo, yes, sir. The exhaust notes on this thing are ridiculous. Just listen. I can guarantee that if there's a cop within 30 miles of this car, they're heading here right now. Back when they were riding the Star Spangled Banner, the bombs bursting in air was attributed to the Revenge Mustang that would soon be a product of this great country. Oh my America! Yesterday, some of my friends were talking about having a family, and one of them said, God, I want nothing more than to be in a relationship. And I said I wanted to be in a supercar. It's like the car's applauding for its own awesomeness every time you let off the gas. The poor souls driving next to us have to keep watching me brake and then rip past them and brake and rip past them while they sit in their GLE 350 wondering why they didn't invest in American muscle. If your morning commute sucks and you want to not hate your life, buy a Revenge GT. It will solve all your problems. Money can't buy happiness, but I think it's a good start. This might be cooler than the Performante. Here's why. Oh my God! Ford has entered the chat with the F-150. I thought that was this car. I was like, I'm not hitting the gas that hard. What is going on? It's just deep and throaty, and you get the popcorn. Do it! Do it! Sounds like an F1 car. Vehicles will be sighted. To which I say...
so loud. It's so loud. There are a few cars that are contenders for the loudest exhaust I've ever heard, and this is definitely in the top 3. Oh, look at the interior on this thing. Yeah. Oh, and look at you guys. Revenge embossed seats in the F-150. I feel like I won a contest just being around all these cars and getting to shoot them and stuff. Like, why us? How did we do this? Can you both get on it pretty good on the green? Not crazy, just a good exhaust note, you know, for the fans. There's a McLaren over there wishing that he was you guys. Look at that. We already have the attention of the ladies.
Sorry?
Turn it off so you can hear me. This car draws attention to yourself.
I know.
Obviously, I see this car, I look at the plates, and I'm like, this thing doesn't have any plates on it.
Yeah.
You're gonna get stopped. Somebody called about you guys.
Okay.
I was actually looking for you guys waiting.
Okay.
Alright. Somebody was hanging out the window videotaping or something like that.
Anything for the gram.
Yeah, we were taking photos out of a truck.
On like turn his head again, and then after he passed me, I saw him turn around and flick on his lights, and I was like, oh shit, he's totally gonna get ARMEN. So
someone called the cops. They were looking for 2 kids hanging out of a truck. Whoops. Anyway, kind of know with a car that sounds like that, it was only a matter of time, but no tickets today, boys. Give this video a thumbs up. Also, if you think we should come back to the factory here, do a video with the 69 Hummer. And as I've mentioned to these guys, I actually went to Mississippi and learned how to command a column of these guys back in my Air Force days, and we practiced going through like fake cities with fake terrorist attacks and ambushes, and they taught us what to do with a column of HMMWVs, high mobility multi-purpose wheeled vehicles, which is a fancy word for basically Humvee. We are the first people ever to get footage of these Revenge GTs on the road and even get an exhaust note of an engine starting. So remember, this is the channel where some exclusive content is always going to be dropping. We're going to be doing some cool car stuff for you guys. We're going to drop videos every single Thursday. If you haven't already, make sure you like this video. And I think I'm going to be dropping videos Tuesday as well. We're getting very close to that threshold of being able to monetize the channel, and the faster we can do that, the faster I can drop my day job and do videos for you guys like 3-4 times a week. So we're going to try to push out Tuesday videos, but for now, definitely Thursday. Again, subscribe if you want to see more. Catch you next week. Peace.